Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, hope you're well. So I ran a sort of little mini poll on Twitter this week just asking if people preferred speed builds with voiceover or with music, and majority rules, so here I am doing voiceover. Mine usually just have music, so it's sort of what I prefer, but I'm a people pleaser, so I'll give it another go. So this is a speed build of a mini eco farm that I built this week. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I think it worked quite well, and I've not really built a lot like this before. I've built houses in this kind of rustic farm style, but I've never made use of the land and actually built like a farm on it or anything like that. So I thought it would tie in quite nicely with the whole sustainability aspect of eco lifestyle, and I just thought it'd be really cute to sort of make like a little mini family farm. So that's what I've done, and I'm really quite happy with it. I added a little sort of extension there on the side with all the windows going around, just to sort of modernise it a little bit and just to give me a bit more space on the inside to sort of play around with. It also gives a little bit of extra dimension to the build rather than just having a little sort of square plonked on the edge. Yes, I'm just sort of putting a bit of terrain paint on, just to sort of create a pathway to the entrance. And I'm just going through debug. So I'm just going through and selecting all the bits and bobs that I wanted to use. I just think it works a lot easier this way when you can just go through the list, grab everything you want and just pop it in the middle and then sort of place it where you want it after. So I'm going through finding different little plants and grassy bits, the cabbages, hay bales and the fences, and I wanted to try and use as many sort of crates and wheelbarrows and things as I could because I just thought they'd look really nice with the whole rustic farm sort of theme really. So yeah, and that water style as well I thought was pretty cool for a mini farm. I love these sort of wall climbing plants, but it just didn't work with this house. The sizing was just a bit off. I could have sized it down, but I didn't, so I didn't use them. But yeah, so just grabbing a few bits and bobs. I did use some of the items from Eco, so I used like wind turbines and the power generators and obviously the solar panels. So it definitely sort of ties in with the whole self-sufficient sort of power generating and collecting your own sort of water and like resources and things. So it's definitely a very much self-sufficient sort of mini farm. I love using these fences as well. I just think they look really cute with the whole sort of broken bits or uneven and different sizings. I think it just fits really nicely. It's not that it's unkept, but it's just not perfect. And I just think it works really well with this kind of thing. So yes, I do put a couple of little cabbage patches. There's plenty of planter boxes as well, just so they can grow in the crops. And I wanted to use that eco canopy because I've not used that in any of my builds yet. I really like it. I just think it looks really cool. So I made sure I put that in there. And this rocky sort of fence as well, I really like that. It's really rare that I even use that at all. But I just thought it fit really well with this kind of theme and this build. I wanted to use that arch from Debug, but it just didn't really work out. It didn't really fit with it, so I just put some columns in and then that wooden thing that goes across, I'm not really sure what it's called, and just put some plants on it just to make it look a bit more pretty and interesting. And because it's such a wide arch as well, it just makes it look a bit more inviting. So yeah, I just put a bit of the hedge at the back, lower down that hill. I did want the wind turbines to be on a little bit of a raised sort of a bit of a hill, but it just made the fence, the hedge look a bit weird at the back. The hay bales as well. I mean, I don't know how many people have hay bales in the back garden, but I just really like them. I wanted to use them and I thought it would fit really nicely with this kind of little farm theme. And that scarecrow, I've never used that scarecrow in any of my other builds. I've never put it in anywhere, I've never used it in my game, but apparently it comes to life and I didn't even know. So yeah, if I play with this lot, I'm quite excited to see what happens with that. But yeah, so yeah, just wanted to use as many crates and stuff, just to make it look like that's where they put their supplies, or I don't know, where they keep their farm things. I don't know. I tried to use these sort of curved rocky walls as well, but I just couldn't really get them to work, so I just kind of got rid of those. Yeah, so just using this canopy not as a garage, but more like a just kind of storage section. So I've got the recycler in there, and some shelving. I just wanted to keep it as current as I could with the new pack. But yeah, so it's just more like a storage kind of covered area than anything else. And yeah, just popping in a well, using the sort of terrain paint as well. I wanted to give them like a barbecue sort of section by the house, because I think they'll be spending a lot of time outside. You know, they're outdoor people, they run a little farm, so I think it would fit quite nicely, and it's good to have, you know, some space where you can actually enjoy the outside of your house, and it's not just work. Yeah, so I'm just popping the generators and the wet water collectors there at the front as well. And I wanted to use the bee box and the sort of bug boxes that we got from Eco. I wasn't really sure where to place them at first. I was wondering where on earth they'd go, but I think it worked quite well where I did end up putting them. I just sort of built a little wall behind the canopy area, because I didn't really want them to be slap bang in the middle. They're not really the main focus, but they're still there, and they're still something that the you know, family would use. And yeah, so I thought it worked quite nicely. Just sort of prettying it up a little bit now with some flowers and plants and things like that. And I mean, obviously I have to get some flowers in there from Romantic Garden because they're my favourite. So pretty. Yeah, popping them in. Also in that middle section, I just wanted to sort of pop in some sort of trees and bushes and plants, just to add a bit of interest and character to it. Yeah, just sort of, so it wasn't all just a big empty space in the middle. And the inside, I wanted to keep to the whole sort of rustic, old-fashioned kind of farmhouse style. I wasn't a big fan of the layout upstairs, but I couldn't really get that one with how the stairs were and how like the shape of the house, just sort of rectangle really. So yeah, I wanted to make sure it was as sort of wooden and sort of, I guess, old-fashioned. I guess we could say that, as it could be, because I had a family in mind for this house. It would be a sort of quite a young couple, with one child. Maybe not young, but not like an old couple. And maybe this house is just sort of how they bought it, maybe how they inherited it. Could be a family farm. So I just thought they might have like upgraded things here and there where they see fit or where they need, because they're not into getting everything brand new. Everything works perfectly fine. So yeah, so just wanted the kitchen to look as rustic as it could be really. I did put some clutter in, so I put in some sort of cookbooks and the mug rack and things like that, jars of things where they have their own sort of produce, pots and pans. I wanted it to look cluttered but not too messy. So, and I think it worked quite well, and I think it looked quite cute in the end. And I also wanted to make sure that I got sort of a nice country style dining table, and I wanted it to be in the middle, so it was a nice central focus, because I feel like when you're like a farm kind of country bumpkin, I feel like you spend a lot of time around the dining table with your family, you have family dinners and you know, chat, and you're very close. So I thought it was quite important to have that kind of main focus as you walk into the house. That's, you know, that's the main area. I also love that chair from Eco with the whole sort of reclaimed cover, and I think it worked quite well with this theme where it's quite a thrifty family. They could have recovered it themselves. I also think the sort of coat rack and the broom on the wall just sort of fits in with the whole theme, the whole sort of rustic family theme. And then I just put the sort of living area in that sort of sort of conservatory style kind of extension. I gave them a modern sort of big TV because you gotta give them something, you know. They're a relatively young couple, family, still watch their shows, kid watches cartoons, you gotta give them something. So yeah, just decorating it up. I didn't really want to overdo it and put too much in there. I just wanted it to look nice and cozy and country, but not overdone, not too messy, not too, you know, cliche. But yeah, I was quite happy with the downstairs. They all look quite cute. Upstairs, you know, I mean, it's got a small bedroom, it's got a master bedroom, it's got a bathroom. That's all you need. It's a small house. And I think the red, like the dark terracotta in the bathroom work quite well, because I think that a lot of country homes, for some reason, that just seems to be a running theme in a lot of them. I don't really spend much time on bathrooms generally, so that's kind of glazed over a little bit. And I also don't really like spending too much time on bedrooms when they're this small. I like doing them when I've got a bit more sort of room to play with. But in this one I couldn't actually fit in a dresser to begin with, so I replaced the bedside table, one of the bedside tables, with a small dresser. I think it looked okay. I mean, I can't say that the bedspread matches the walls, but it's, you know, that's just how they are. They're not superficial or, you know, really into interior design. So but yeah, I've just got a little kids room. Again, quite small, but I wanted to sort of put a bit of sort of kids clutter and still use sort of country style objects in there. I'm not usually a huge fan of this this wallpaper, the checks, but I just thought it looked really country. Again, it might just be how they bought the house, they haven't just got around to upgrading it yet, and yeah, I just thought, you know, quite a cute little family. So yeah, so just sort of adding a few finishing touches, changing the lighting, sorting out the outside, and putting some tyre tracks on it to look realistic. I love that. Cute. Yeah, making it a proper veg patch. I'm really happy with it. You'll have to let me know what you think. I hope you like it. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Screenshots coming up.